Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. I had a dream that I have held on to for several months, actually over a year now, and I wasn't going to put it up, and I just feel led that this is the time to put it up. Now, number one, take everything to prayer. Number two, I'm not a prophetess. Number three, I also do not interpret dreams. I only have dreams, and some dreams I know don't mean anything, and there are other dreams that I know they have to mean something. So this was one of them, and I had sent an email to a brother in Christ, for him to read it and let me know what he thought about it. And I'm gonna let you. I couldn't pull it up on the computer because I have a new computer, and for some reason it wouldn't upload to the Yahoo Mail. But I printed it out so I could read it, and I'm going to let you see the date on it. Okay, there is, was about a year since I contacted him before. I got his name off there, so you don't really need to know who it was. And then this one lets you know what day. Can you see that? Okay, Tuesday, May 16th, 2017 at 9:02 a.m. So that was when I had the dream. I'm just going to read it because I had told him about it in the email. I had written what I saw. So here we go. This dream was weird because it translated many times to locations. My brother, who is the pastor of our church, my husband, and an unfaced man named Michael and I were sitting on a great pier overlooking great water. Okay, now this pier was like this right here, except it was really tall, and I'm going to explain what I saw as I go the best I can. This right here, what was connecting this pier to the water, was not there. So it was just this little pier out here, or tall pier rather, out here, all by itself, and the earth or the beach was over there. Okay. There were two women on the pier. They were unhealthy in appearance, which means they were fat. They began taking off their clothes, and then someone said, "Ew, nobody wants to see that." They instantly changed to very beautiful women, and all of a sudden, people were flocking like flies to them. They were jumping off this great pier into the ocean below. We were flabbergasted. Then Michael showed me the women coming back out of the water. What he had done was, it was like I was floating right here and just watching. I could see the pier. I could see the water. I was somewhere out in here. Michael showed me the women coming back out of the water. They were skeletons with wings. They looked similar to that. I can still see them, I had in parentheses. They looked at us out of the water. They were skeletons with wings. And he spoke to me, and he said, "These two are lust. They are angry at their end. They want to take as many as they can with them. Many follow them to destruction. Their eyes were hollow, black and hollow, but I was not afraid." We were then beside the others again, and people of all ages were jumping off the pier with them, one by one. Men, women, and children. We were then standing on the ground, and people were watching, saying, "Look, that person made it." Some had died in the water, and some had made it out. Then we were translated to a car. It had a sunroof. Michael was driving, and Vance was on my right. I kept seeing things in the sky, books rolling by, etc. I got disturbed, and I turned on a TV, and I couldn't help but watch the sky. I saw an aircraft hovering, and I told them about it. Vance said, "Turn the channel." So I found a cartoon to watch. They wouldn't believe me that I was seeing what I was seeing as what was going on. Anyway, I kept telling them I was seeing these things flying, but Michael was quiet. Everyone in the car thought that I was crazy. Then I pointed out the window to the right. There it was, transparent, but it had lights on it so you could see the shape. I am thinking like Tron in my head. If you remember that, it's the only thing I can get close to. Vance saw it, and all of a sudden, it was over the top of us, hovering. translated again to a park, and it looked kind of like this, but it wasn't, the lights were not that close together, but it wasn't just a line like this. It was like you could, let me type in Tron, because I don't, hang on, let me see if I can do this with my hand, because I'm kind of holding that there. Let me just put in Tron. I mean, I remembered it when I was a kid. Let me just kind of do an image search here and see if it was anything like it. The colors were similar to that. It was similar to this. Like you could see it, but it wasn't there. I couldn't explain it. It's exactly how it was. Okay. Translated again to a park. People were playing golf and fetch with their dogs, just whatever they were doing in the park. We were tending the grass. My husband saw a cliff and walked over and found a dollar bill and handed it to me. I folded it and put it in my pocket. We saw the aircraft again, so we ran into a Hamburglar. Do y'all remember Hamburglar? Oh, I got to get this on here, because Hamburglar was one of my favorite things to play in when I go to McDonald's when I was a kid. I remember the Hamburglar. It was you could walk inside of it. Let me see. There. It was like this one right here, actually. Come up. Okay. We went inside this Hamburglar, okay? Don't ask me why Hamburglar. Maybe I was hungry. And then I put, it was the thing that was at McDonald's when I was a kid you could walk into. Anyway, it was Michael that took me in there, and we stayed until it left, until that thing left. We were translated again, and we were in a forest, singing very loudly, raising our hands, just worshiping God. It was beautiful, really beautiful and worshipful, like I wish our church would be. I had my hands raised and my eyes closed, as I usually do when I am in deep praise. I opened my eyes, and these teardrop things started falling from the sky. Okay, and I'm going to show you what. They didn't look exactly like this. I'm fixing to explain them, but this was the closest thing I could find. Okay. They were iridescent, shaped like tears, blue-green inside, but a yellow iridescence on the outside. And then in parentheses I have, it's hard to explain again, sorry, although I can still see it, as I can still see those angels. Then someone grabbed me and put me between two trees that had grown together at the base. I felt him cover me with his whole body. He said, "Do not look, close your eyes." We must have fallen asleep, because we got up after a time, everything was changed. A woman ran by us to take from a dead body something, and looked at us like we were going to take it. We walked on, and it was so weird, the feeling. People were walking around dazed, crying, stealing things from the dead. To our left as we walked was a graveyard, and someone said, "We need to go pray for them." There were people hanging on the tombstones. Vance said, "It's too late for them. They're already dead." We walked on. People kept saying, "The rapture has taken place." And I thought that was so strange. The rapture had taken place, because that's what everyone in the dream kept saying. The rapture had taken place. As we were walking, someone said, "We need new laws." I stood still and said, "The law is, there is no God but Jehovah God." We came to a lunch area, and my dad was sitting at a table with a man, asking him if his wife could get him and Mom a card of some sort. I saw a commander at Red River. That's where my husband works and where I used to work. She was a female, and I seem to recall the name being Coop or Cooper. We walked on and walked to a concrete area where people were gathered. I saw a big black dog. It was my dad's dog, Sweet Pea. I had my phone with me, and I was going to take her picture. I always take her pictures because I love animals. And I noticed more, and said, "Well, you made it through, and you made it through." And that was the end of the dream. Now, like I said, I don't interpret dreams. So I cannot interpret this dream, but I do feel that this dream I needed to get out. So if anyone will take this to prayer, and if anyone has any comments, please leave them below if you want to email me. You can also look on the About section, and my email is listed there. Um, as I said, pray about this information and seek God in all things. If you're not saved, oh, it's past time. It's past time. We are at the very, not the days, not the last of the last days, but we are in the last of the last hours, people. Come to Jesus. Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. Y'all have a blessed day. Love you all. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.